Redditors, how did you come up with your username? I love potato chips, and I'm bad with coming up usernames. Edit. Nice to meet fellow food lovers. Would treat you all to my potato chips. Sometimes my left nostril bleeds. My right nostril always bleeds. Should have made your username bloody right nostril lol. Too late. I live next to a cornfield. Dude, no way. Same here. No reason at all. Please continue informal chitty chat so I may witness funnies. Fellow American. I happen to not be a young Joseph Stalin. We have something in common. Probably like most others, kept trying random ones until I stumbled upon one that no one else had yet. Tried everything, then let my daughter try out of frustration. Saw some guy named Ian with the username Onean and wanted a 3-character username myself, and this was available. Lol, this is amazing. I'm happy to have inspired you. Hahaha. Thanks dude. My name's not even Ian. Now kiss. To in Korean and pronounced like E, so you're still technically a guy named Ian. Korean. I only use this account while at work. I'm not very creative. I'm undecisive. Me too. Checking in here too. I'm a different kind of indecisive, and I can't spell. It was suggested to me by Reddit. I had a test the next day, so I named myself late for the test. Did you pass? Yes. I thought of it in my dreams. That must have been a dope dream. I hate wasps. Good point. Caffeine is good, and I'm depresso. I'm an overworked waitress. Better to be overworked waitress than underpaid waitress. I went to a concert and the people working there just kept handing us jack-in-the-box coupons for free medium curly fries all day. We ended up with at least 10 by the end of the night, and we got a ton of curly fries on the way home. One of the extra coupons is pinned to my wall with my ticket from the concert, and I happened to glance at it while choosing a username. I like spiders. I like coffee. Just don't combine them. That's just who I am, so nothing hard. Get really stoned and try to prepare food. I was a senior in college and had a female friend that I really liked. She was cute in a mousy kind of way. Very quiet and kind of a bookworm. I loved her, but it was one of those situations where she saw me as a good friend. One night, we were drinking, and she started talking about how she was going to become a vegan. She was surprised that I didn't laugh, because that was the reaction she was getting from everyone else she had told. I gathered all of the confidence I could muster and reached for her hand. I looked deep into her eyes and said, I have loved you since last year. You are all I ever think about. I don't care about whatever lifestyle you choose. Let me be your salad. We've been married now for almost 22 years. Absolutely adorable. Limoncello 34 was taken. Well, when I was younger I always wanted to dress up like Galadriel for Halloween. But we didn't have any costume stores, so I'd just have to wear a bunch of white clothes. And I remember not having a long white dress, so I wore a white jumper and skirt. I looked nothing like Galadriel of course, but the spirit was there. I had a similar childhood costume experience. At about 8 or 9, I wanted to be the Kira, the girl Gelfling, from the Dark Crystal, so my mom made me a shabby shapeless brown dress from some sort of stiff but fuzzy fabric. Gelflings are barefoot and outdoorsy, so I scrubbed up with some fake dirt and went in sneakers. I had long blonde hair, and it was a stringy mess, but I thought it was like the characters. However, I was not given any wings, so basically I looked homeless. Good times. Nickname. Short for Matilda Salad, which was a joke that was hilarious in middle school. Basically my friends and I decided it would be a great idea to refer to each other in code words. Foods, mostly. I was assigned the title of Salad. I wrote random things in Google Translate from Indonesian to English, and it said the bean will be drilled, so drilled bean. Fat. Edit. Thank you for the silver. Big parts of my life that I was ashamed of turn out to be normal parts of being human. I learned this in my Zen training. Made this account when I was in the middle of ad training. Picked one of the random ones because all of the good names were taken. I've always been obsessed with license plates. I saw one once that was literally lost and I thought that was funny that they spent money to get that personalized. When I had to choose a game I handled back in the 90s for MSN games, Zoomer, anyone, Lostig was taken, so I went with Stolen Plats instead. It has nothing to do with Dinnerware. Sorry. Well, mine is supposed to be therapist as in mental health professional. However, apparently everyone thinks it says, so that's unfortunate. Well, my surname is Krieger, and I used it as a play on the German word Blitzkrieg. I drive an Abarth 124 Spider, and I like Star Wars, so a bath of me wishes you had gone with Luke. EHHIDK. Best reasoning so far. Because I talk sometimes. Because I'm in fact mostly made of pasta. One episode of Sherlock is named Lying Detective. I just changed L to D. Well, I'm not Alec Baldwin. Or are you? It's a mystery. It's who I am. You can dress me up with expensive MacUp and cute outfits, but I'm still me. I have a cat named Holly and I like to play chess. After many hours of meditation and engineering to find the perfect username, then it was taken, so I had to improvise. Edit. Bloody hell. Look at those upvotes. Thank you guys. When I was a kid I made some bad decisions. I just really like corgis. Playing around with words in my head and sadly this is all that came out. You have one of the best usernames I've seen on this site LMAO. I am really unsure. I found an Uzi submachine gun, fully loaded, against a tree. Full auto, a real Uzi. Well, this being Canada, it's even stranger to find something like this. We were all 15 at time, so I picked it up, fired it into some beer cans we found, and I said, boy, you should have known by now, Uzi does it. We broke into laughter and it's been my nickname ever since. NL, Sparks, everything is Uzi does it. And yes, I reported it to the RCMP and gave them the gun after we told them what happened. They gave me a stern lecture, but to this day, when I see those officers, we laugh and it's a great story that we tell. I tried making one that wasn't already taken for 10 minutes before wishing it would just let me use Reddit. It is my actual name. I like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter. I'm always hungry. It's a secret to everybody. Tell me more, pray. There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone. I love me some Twilight Zone. Edit. Grammar. When I first made my Sparkslive account I didn't know how to change my username, so I was stuck with the randomly generated one that Microsoft gave me. By the time I found out how to change it, I was used to it, so I decided to keep it, and then after that I started naming all of my online accounts after my Sparks account. Also, I shortened it a few years ago because I didn't like having a random zero at the end of my name. I like memes. Mine started out as a username on a different platform, and I just used it for edit when I signed up on here. But basically a friend and I were walking through Walmart one day and he saw a girl in front of us with a nice butt, and he yelled out, "I girl nice, trap." That was really out of character for him, and 17 over 18-year-old me found it hilarious. Also she didn't react, so I'm guessing she either didn't hear or didn't know it was directed at her. So I tried to make my username on the other thing nice_trap, but it wouldn't let me, so I went with nice_poopbox instead. I've had the same username since my first online account. Webkins, I think. My mum misspelled what I wanted and it just stuck. People actually thought part of my username was my name Irl, as I used to call myself half my username to online friends. When I made Reddit, I wanted to have a similar, but slightly different user, so my old accounts couldn't be linked to this one. After a long time pondering, I figured a pun would hide it, but if you knew my past user, would instantly be suspicious.